Hello everyone, this is Sqorck and welcome to Sqorck Shorts. Today I've got something special to show you guys, and you'll notice that this is where we normally do our Sqorck Shorts, but there's nothing out here. And I'm going to show you what I have underneath where I usually film this stuff. And don't mind the block palette here. But this is something I've been working on in my free time when I'm not working on builds as with the build team and stuff. And basically, it is a town. Got a fancy vault door here at the entrance of my town. Shout out to C&B Minecraft for his awesome design for 4x4 piston door. But I've got an entirely underground town. And like I said, I've just been doing this in my spare time, so there's not a lot to it yet. But it does have one really cool trick that no other town that I've seen has. And I'll show you guys that in a minute, but I just kind of want to fly around and show you guys all the different things I do have. Because it's kind of cool. It's got a nice theme and has an interesting color palette. Kind of a steampunk modern blend with some different mining and underground elements mixed into it. Very sci-fi-ish. Most of my interiors aren't done yet, but some of my buildings even just are frames right now. But what I really want to show you guys is in this building down at the far end of the town. This one here. And this one's what makes this town so unique and different. This is my generator building. So it's got a big massive generator thing back there. And you can see over here, this is a little map of my city. So there's the little town square. There's a road going that way and that way. A road going down the middle. And then you can see there's the power building we're in. So there's our main power. Then you have things quartered up into districts. So you have 4th district down there, 1st district up there, 2nd district, 3rd district. And each of these are indicated by little lights on them. And what this power building does is it actually has a power grid for every building and every light source in my town. So what I can do is I can individually control these things. So I can turn off all the power to the 2nd district and the 3rd district and all of the road lights on that side of the town. And then you can actually see it on the map how they are dark on that side now, so you'll see how it's dark out there on one half of the thing. If I go and turn off the rest of the lights, you'll really see just how dark it gets. And this just turns off everything. I mean, even the redstone torches that are on this center spire thing, they turn off, just all of it. And it gets super dark. And I plan on using this for like event-based like roleplay things, or like an adventure map or something like that. And maybe someday I'll get around to finishing it and then make like an adventure map out of it. But I think this system that I have is pretty cool. So there you go. All of the lights. Kind of show you what it looks like under the power station for all the redstone. Basically, my main power comes out there, and then it branches off to each of my switches. And each of my switches acts like an AND gate. Relatively complicated AND gate, but still an AND gate. Then it goes through here, gets sent out, and then goes down underneath my city into these big, long, complicated wiring arrays and grid patterns. And then it goes up through the floor and into the buildings above it. Alright, so let me show you how to wire something up like this for your cities. It's pretty simple and basic redstone stuff, so you don't really need to know how redstone works. Main logic gate you'll have to know is the AND gate, and that's pretty easy. You have one output and two inputs, and in order for the output to turn on, both of the inputs have to be on. So to create an AND gate, this is a really basic one, not as complicated as the ones I have. You do 3 blocks, redstone in the middle, redstone on each side, and redstone for your output right on the side of that center block. So basically, what happens is whenever these side blocks are powered, these torches will turn off, and once that redstone turns off there, this one will turn back on, and your output will turn on. So what you can do with this is you can send this signal to, say, your switch for that district. So this will be our left side, left district, okay? This power will go to our main power source. So that way we can turn it off from our main source. And do that. Alright, and then we'll make another one of these AND gates. So then we'll put our main power like right here. And then like I did with my town, I just have wires that go underneath everything, and you can do the same thing, just dig down underneath your town, make tunnels, and then send these signals to each building. So we can kind of just, we'll go out here, and so we'll have 3 different districts. One can be road lights, the middle one, and the other 2 can be like each side of the road would be your buildings. So when our main power is turned on, we get power to almost all of them. Here, let's get a repeater for this one. There we go. So our main power is turned on, and you can see this lamp turned off. So now, whenever you turn on each individual district, it'll turn on that district. And you can turn it on and off with that switch. But then you can also turn on and off the whole town's lights with just one main power. So we can turn on our roads and the right side of the street power. So now, you can imagine having all of this underground and then just having the switches brought up to the surface. But say you have these going through tunnels underground, and say we have a building over here that we want to give power to. What you generally want to do for powering a structure, or what I do when I was building the buildings in my house, is I'd run my redstone off my main power line for that district and go into a tower. And it just has to be a 1-block tower that goes all the way to the roof of that building that you want to supply power to. And then I just would do every other block and put torches on these. And then as I'm building it, what I'll do is, like, for each level, I do a ring around the outside edge of the building. And this is, of course, very small. You'd have a much larger building. But say, like, these are 2 floors here. And then I'd hook up my redstone to all of that. Then once you have your redstone hooked up, you can grab your redstone lamps, and I put them right next to it. And then I'd build my walls and cover up all the redstone that's in the walls and such. But then now that whole building can be shut off either by the district power or by the main power source. So there you go. It's kind of a simple concept that can be a really cool addition to some towns that most people just don't think of. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions for another video, leave it in the comment section below. See you guys next time.